Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. For today's video, I put together my favorite summer home decor DIYs that I did last year. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. With that being said, now let's craft. I'm going to start by carefully removing the little wheel. I was using my box cutter, but then I decided to just carefully break it off, and I did. Just be very careful and do it slowly so it doesn't break the whole thing. I was about to start gluing it, but then I realized that there's like a space and I wanted this to grab real good to the frisbee, so I'm using some popsicle sticks and I'm going to glue them to the bottom. To glue the popsicle sticks, I will be using some E6000. I then went ahead and added some E6000 all around the rim, and I did add a little bit of hot glue just like that. It can stay nice and in place and it doesn't move. Now for the inside, I had to kind of repeat the same thing. I had to find some stuff to fill it in, so like that the top piece can glue nice and good to this little middle piece. So I did use a bead and some Jenga blocks. And once again, I'm going to use a little mixture of E6000 and hot glue. So I thought that the Jenga block was touching the bead, but it turned out it wasn't, so I decided to add this water bottle lid and add it there, and this made it more higher. So now the Jenga block does touch the bottom piece. To glue the top piece, I'm using some E6000 and a little bit of hot. I then added something heavy at the top and let it sit there and dry for a couple of hours. Next step is a little bit extra. I just wanted to add some more details to the center of my tier tray, so I'm using a skewer stick and some beads, and I am going to glue them in the center. Once I was finished gluing the beads, I let it dry for a couple of more hours, and then I spray painted this using some white paint, and this is how it looks. Now I wanted this to look like a wood tier tray, so I am going to go over it using my Waverly Antique Wax. And that is it for this tier tray that was made out of toys. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think? I think it turned out beautiful. The next DIYs I will be making are going to be decor that are going to go on the tier tray. So I am going to use some watermelons throughout the entire video. So I'm going to start by painting them first. I will be using all these little watermelon sticker pieces that came from this Dollar Tree pack. I am also making a bigger slice using this back piece that I had left over from a previous DIY. I'm going to start by painting all the rinds of the watermelon using the folk art in the color bright green. For the red, I'm using the apple barrel acrylic paint in black red. And for the black little seeds, I will be using the Waverly chalk paint in ink. Now that my watermelons are ready, I'm going to start by using this Dollar Tree wreath form. And I'm going to paint it white. Once it's dry, I'm going to add 2 of the small little watermelon slices. And to cover the hole, I'm using one right on top of it. Now I wasn't sure where I wanted my other one to go. And I thought it looked so cute for 2 of the slices to be together. Now I am going to put Sweet Summertime. And I'm going to use these images that I got from my Cricut. Of course, if you don't have one, Dollar Tree always carries different stickers you can use instead. And that is it for this DIY. I think it turned out beautiful and it looks so cute on the tier tray. I'm going to be repurposing a Dollar Tree decor sign. This had like the envelope pattern in the back. So I'm going to just finish it and painting the rest of the back using some white chalk paint. Next, I'm going to use 2 of the watermelon slices and glue them to the corner. I will be printing out your 1 in a melon using my Cricut, but of course Dollar Tree carries so many different stickers you can use instead. For instance, these right here can work so well. And that is it for this little cute You Are One in a Melon decor sign. I think it turned out beautiful. For my next DIY, I'm going to use 2 popsicle sticks that I painted white, and then I'm going to just glue these together using popsicle sticks. I first thought I only needed 2 of them, but then I realized that the watermelon piece was too big, so I ended up adding a 3rd popsicle stick. I then glued the big slice of the watermelon to the corner. Using the Dollar Tree stickers, I'm going to put Juicy, and then I'm going to put watermelon underneath. I will be putting 50 cents using the raw stickers that I have. I really like the font of these, but since they are white, I am going to paint them black. For the cent symbol, I use a Dollar Tree sticker, the letter C, and 2 eyes, which I lined it up together. And that is it, guys. That is it for this DIY. Now, the last thing I did was I made a stand for this. As you can see, there is one right there, right above. But that one was too thin. So I did have to make a wider one because I did glue this to this. But it kept falling because the watermelon is pretty heavy. So it kept falling forward. So I did have to switch it out. But that is it for this juicy watermelon decor sign. I think it turned out beautiful and it looks so cute on the tier tray. I will be using one of the Dollar Tree plastic baskets. This is already gray, but it does look plastic, so I decided to spray paint this using this metallic color, and I'm going to go and spray paint it. And this is how it looks. It looks so much better. It actually looks like a metallic. Now, I didn't spray paint the bottom since I am going to add 2 of the Dollar Tree bamboo cutting board. I will be reusing one of them because I only had one left. I'm going to go ahead and stain these using the Waverly Antique Wax. Once they were dry, all I did was just place them inside the basket. I didn't glue them or anything, or even I didn't even glue both of them together either. All I just did was place them because they fit there perfectly. And now I'm going to make candles. I will be using the Dollar Tree faux leather ribbon in the color dark brown. I love it. It matches the antique wax. Now I'm going to add the other handle to the other side, and that is it for this decorative tray. I think it turned out beautiful and it looks so high-end, and it was so easy and inexpensive to make. I will be making a lemon plant. Now these are the materials I will be using from Dollar Tree. I will be using one of these pots, a greenery that I already had, and these lemons are from Hobby Lobby. They were $6.99, but I got these a while back when they still accepted the coupon, so I did get them cheaper. Some Dollar Tree floral foam and pebbles. I just start off by using one of these pots or planters from the Dollar Tree, but I do end up switching it later on using one of the Dollar Tree ceramic pots. I used that one instead of this one. So all I did was just place some pebbles inside the bucket, and then I added the floral foam. I then put the stem leaf in the center and added some pebbles around it. I did grab the smallest lemons and then I started to glue them, and the way I glued them was on the leaf. I did try it to glue it like at the very end of the stem, but they wouldn't stay, so I just decided to glue it on the leaf. And I added 5. Here is where I decided to switch it to this ceramic pot from Dollar Tree. I think it's, or it's not ceramic, I keep calling it ceramic, a clay pot. All I did was distress it a little bit using some white chalk paint, and then I repeated the same thing I did earlier. And that is it for this lemon tree. I think it turned out beautiful. My next DIY is so easy and simple to do. Now from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use one of these canvases and this beautiful wall art. I'm going to start by removing the picture from the frame. I'm going to set the frame aside. I can totally use this in some other DIY. I then remove the top part of the canvas. I tried to do it very slowly and not rip it, but I totally ripped it. I then flipped the picture around and started tracing the square, but I made sure that it was on top of the home sweet home. I then cut it. I used my regular glue stick to glue the home sweet home right on top of the laundry room. I wasn't sure what to do with this DIY, honestly. I thought I was just gonna put it there, but since I did end up ripping the bottom, it kind of looked weird because it wasn't centered. So what I decided to do was use the leftover of the wall art and then just trace the rest of the canvas. So like that, I can cut it and glue it. And like that, the home sweet home, it was gonna be like a 3D instead. And that is it for this DIY. I think it turned out beautiful and it complements the lemon tree. For my next DIY, I will be using some of the lemon scrap paper from Hobby Lobby. And this decor sign that I already had, it's from Dollar Tree. I did paint the top using some white chalk paint. I am basically doing the same thing. I cut the paper to the size of the decor and glued it. Hobby Lobby carries so many beautiful scrap paper. I love this lemon one. Now for the top part, I'm using a Dollar Tree wood little square. This is from the Crafter Square packs, and I'm going to paint it white. Once it was dry, I just glued it right in the center using hot glue. I'm going to put fresh lemons, and I use my Cricut to print out the word fresh. Now for the word lemons, I'm using these Dollar Tree transfer stickers. Now Dollar Tree carries so many different stickers you can use instead. And And that is it for this fresh lemons decor sign. I think it turned out so cute. It's not really a DIY. I'm basically just decorating this little basket that I got, or actually that I won on a giveaway on Instagram, but it looks like it's from the Target dollar spot. And I'm using this beautiful lemon ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now I am going to put it all around the basket, and in order for it to fit, I did add a little bit of the hot glue on the top part, and then I twisted it. And all I did was just go around the basket, over, under. And when I'm going around it on the outside, I did skip a hole. So like that, you can see the lemon ribbon a lot since it has these beautiful little lemons and it's so cute. Once I was finished, I did tie it and just cut the rest off, and I thought I was going to be able to add a bow on the front, which I tried to, but since it was kind of lumpy, I did push the ribbon back, and the bow, the string I tied it with, I just put it through the hole and tied it on the other side. Hopefully that made sense. The last thing I did was just add the lemons inside this little cute basket. And that is it, guys. I think this turned out so beautiful and it looks so cute right next to the other DIYs. Starting with the shelf, I'm going to use these two Dollar Tree signs. One says laundry, the other one says wash and dry. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to do with these. These have a different shape, so I was trying to figure out what to do, but then I was like, you know what? These are perfect for a shelf. So I'm going to start by removing the little clips, and I was trying to be very careful and not to tear the paper, but even with me using my blow dryer, it still ripped. So what I decided to do was just remove the paper from the sign. I thought of just doing it from one sign since it looked like I did a very good job on the second one, but I ended up just tearing it from this one too, but I will later do that. For now, I'm going to use two of the Dollar Tree wood crates, and these are the ones that have the little stars. They have different shapes inside, and I was only able to find the ones with the stars, so I didn't like how that looked, so I decided to cover those up using some jumbo popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree. Of course, this is optional. You don't even have to do this, but I personally did not like how that looked, even though I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to see it once it's all glued and you have stuff in there. But I don't know, I decided to just cover that. I use a total of 8 popsicle sticks. I glued 2 on each side. To glue the crates to the signs, I will be using wood glue and a little bit of hot glue because I'm going to leave these drying only for a couple of hours. I'm going to glue the first crate at the bottom, and then depending where you want your second one is wherever you want to put it. I didn't even measure it. I just went ahead and added it almost where it started to curve. Here is where I decided to remove the paper just so it can be even with the other one. I then just glue this on the other side. Now for the little handle at the top, I am going to make a hole using my drill. I didn't have a bigger little thing, so I decided to make like 4 little holes using the drill, and then I used a knife to make it a little bit bigger. And I am going to add a dowel that I already had, but Dollar Tree carries dowels you can use. They are not as thick as this one, but they can still work. Once I had it in there, I measured it on the other side so then I can repeat the same thing I did to make the hole to this side. Once I had the dowel in there, I seen that the dowel was still a little bit too big, so I decided to cut it. To glue the dowel, I will be using wood glue. After letting it dry for a couple of hours, I am going to paint this using the Waverly Antique Wax. And you can leave it this color. I love this color of the Waverly Antique Wax, but I decided to go over it with some white chalk paint because then I'm going to sand it down, and I want some of this brown to peek through. I absolutely love how Lionette from DIY Beauty on Purpose does this to her furniture. So that is it for this DIY. I think it turned out beautiful, and the best part is that you can use this all year round. I decided to do some decor signs for my shelf. So from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use one of these decor signs, and I'm going to remove the hook and the sticker. Then I'm going to remove the back, and all I'm doing is pushing it until it pops off. I went with a summer decor theme, so I am going to paint this using this beautiful blue color, which is called Laguna from the brand Apple Barrel. And I also painted the back piece white. Now I'm just gonna glue it back to the frame. I am going to set this aside. Now, I got this wood cutout last year from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if they're going to carry them this year. I haven't seen them. I know they're carrying some different beach themed stuff, so hopefully they do carry this year. If not, Michael's or Hobby Lobby have some. Now I'm going to paint this using this Delta Creative Serum Coat in the color Surfboard. Then I'm going to go back with the Laguna color and paint all the sides with that. So I accidentally broke it and I tried to glue it, but it looked funky. So what I decided to do to cover that up is add some jute twine around all the little sticks. Now before I glue this, I am going to put Ahoy with these Dollar Tree stickers. And that is it for this DIY. I think it turned out so cute and it looks so nice on my little shelf. My next DIY is so easy and simple to do. From Dollar Tree, I'm going to use one of their DIY boat picture frame, and I'm going to just remove the little back and paint this using the same colors I use on my second DIY, which are the Surfboard and Laguna. And I'm going to paint the circle with some white chalk paint. From Dollar General, I'm going to use these stickers. I love the font of these, and I am going to put the word C as in SEA. I did have to play around with these and rearrange them until I like how they look, because they do fit, but they look kind of weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, once I was finished, I just put this back, and that is it for this DIY. I think it turned out so cute, and it looks so cute with the rest of the stuff. For my next DIY, I will be making a garland using these Amazon beads. These are the 20mm. I'm going to put several of them inside a Ziploc bag and then add some of that paint, the Laguna and Surfboard, and just mix them around. In another Ziploc bag, I did paint some of them white. The anchor I will be using is from Hobby Lobby. I actually got that a while back and I painted that with the Laguna and surfboard. I mixed those together. Now the way I arranged the beads were, I started with 3 of the white beads, then I added 5 of the blue beads, then I went with another white, 5 blue, 1 white, and the rest were blue, whatever I had left over. And the reason I started with the white was because the anchor is blue and I didn't want it to blend in. Now once I had it tied, I didn't want to make a tassel at the end, so I decided to just tie it around and make a circle. And that is it for this garland. I think it turned out so beautiful and it looks so nice right next to the other DIYs. From Ross, I'm going to use this wood pack that I got for $5.99, and oh my gosh, this is one of the best buys I have gotten from Ross. I'm pretty sure there was like 2 of them. I so regret not getting the other one, but these frames are huge and they're so beautiful and they have so much potential. Now I think these are meant for this to be the back and the other side to be the front, but I'm gonna use it the other way around, this to be the front and the other one to be the back. I'm going to paint the inside using some white chalk paint. I'm trying to be very careful and not paint the sides. Now once I had all of them painted white, I then went ahead and added some painter's tape in the inside because I'm going to stain the frame using my favorite stain from Lowe's. Once it was dry, I removed the tape. And now they're ready to be transferred to the frames. Now I'm going to transfer each leaf in each frame. I will be using my Cricut transfer tape and I'm going to just start by cutting a piece. I will be using the same piece for all of my leaves. This transfer tape is very good that it has enough adhesive to transfer all 3 of them. Once I had my leaf on the tape, I then started to use a little tool to move it to the tape. I will be placing it in the center, then I'm going to just start transferring using the little tool. And look how beautiful this looks. It looks so high-end. Now I'm going to repeat the same steps on the other 2 leaves. And that is it for this high-end 3-piece set. I think it turned out beautiful. I personally want these in my bathroom, but my daughter loved them so much that she wants them in her room. For this next set of 3, I will be using 3 of these Dollar Tree DECOR signs. I'm going to just remove all the plastic and the back from these. Then I'm going to remove the words using my knife, and I'm going to do that to all 3. Now these frames are already so nice, the color they come in, but I decided to stain mine. Now these are very hard to stain. I tried it before, but the stain wouldn't stick, so I am sanding them down first, and then I'm going to use the same stain I used in my first DIY. And look how beautiful they look. Now I'm going to work on the signs. As you can see, I even removed the paper from the front, not only the words. That is because I am going to add this beautiful leaf scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby to cover that up. And like that, the back of the sign is going to be nice and clean. So I'm going to just trace the sign and cut him. And to glue these, I'm using my Elmer's glue stick. Once I was finished, I went back to my Cricut design space. Now I want this to say Home Sweet Home. So I did these separately. I chose the word home first. I duplicated so like that they're the same size. Then I went back and searched for sweet, and I liked the font that I liked the best, and I placed it in the center. Which, by the way, these are beautiful. You can always customize your own using all the different fonts Cricut carries. I then click make, and once again, don't forget you do have to put the type of material you're using. And I'm using some black premium vinyl. Now I'm using the smaller mat, which is a 12 by 12. So I then went ahead and cut all of them and weaved them out. Now I'm going to transfer them to the signs. I'm transferring the words on each sign. And look how beautiful they look. I love the Hobby Lobby scrapbook paper. Now the last thing I did was just place them back on the frame, and that is it for this beautiful 3-piece set. I think they turn out beautiful. Now from Cricut, I'm going to use their pillow covers. They do have two different ones. They have this in this color, cream or beige color, and then they have some white ones. The best part is that you can use the infusible ink on these. Now these pillows measure 18 by 18. So I am going to just place it right there because I do want to measure how big I want my designs to be. Now for the transfer sheets, I'm using the Cricut infusible ink. This right here comes with two of them, the tropical palm and a regular green one. And oh my gosh, these are beautiful. I love the infusible ink. They look so beautiful once they're transferred. Like right here, they look like light green. I don't know, the colors are so different once they are transferred. These sheets are 12 by 12, so I am going to cut both of them in half. I will be using my larger mat, so I'm going to do the same thing I did with the leaves, that I put one color first and then the other one. I'm going to do the same for this. Going back to my Cricut space, I'm going to go and design my own pictures that I want for these pillowcases. Now I'm going to put Hello Summer. I started off by searching for palm leaves, and then I chose the ones I like. Then I went back and looked for Hello and Summer individually, and then I put them under. Now right here you guys see that I'm using the same leaves, but I do end up switching it later to these right here. And I also switched the font of the summer. I welded these together so like that they can print out at once. I'm using my larger mat. Once I am finished, I'm going to click make it. Now since these are being transferred on using my easy press, I am going to put mirror on. The next step is just to set up the materials I'm using. Since I'm using the infusible ink, I do have to search for that and then click that. So now it's ready to cut. Loading the mat on the Cricut machine, then I'm going to press the little symbol and it's going to start cutting. Before I continue, I'm going to set up my Easy Press 2. It is very easy to use. All you have to do is go to the website and it has all the settings and guidelines. For example, I'm using the infusible ink, so I am putting that, and then I'm going to search for the base material, which is the pillow cover. So now it's going to give me the temperature and the timer. While this is heating up, I'm going to just weave out all the sheets. Once I am done with that, I'm going to set up my little iron mat, and then I'm going to place the pillow cover right on top. I am going to make sure it is in the center. Now, one thing I wish I did differently was to iron the pillow cover, but I didn't. But that's the only thing. It didn't turn out that bad, only a little bit. You'll see later on where you can kind of tell. Now, I'm going to just place the image and then use some of this parchment paper that came with this sheets. And then I'm going to place the Easy Press right on top of it. And I'm going to press the little cricket symbol, and it's going to be 60 seconds. Once it is done, I'm going to remove it. I did let it cool down for a couple of minutes before I remove the plastic. And voila, look at this. It turned out beautiful. The colors are so vibrant. I don't know, I just love this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add the word summer at the bottom, and I'm going to repeat the same steps. Add some parchment paper and then use the Easy Press. I almost forgot to mention, since this is longer, I did half of it first. Once that was finished, I did the other half of it second. Once I was finished, I just removed the plastic, and look how beautiful this looks. This summer pillow cover turned out beautiful. Now another thing you can do is add like a fall image to the back. So then like that, as soon as summer is over, you just flip the pillow around and leave it for fall. I repeated the same steps for the other pillow cover. This one says hello and the leaves are different. Now this is where I'm saying that you can tell a little bit that I didn't iron it. On the word hello, on the L, you can tell a little bit the little crease, but it's totally fine. The pillow cover still looks beautiful. And that is it for these beautiful covers. You can totally use these outside on your porch because of the infusible ink. Now from the Dollar Tree, I'm going to use one of the planters that have the little plate underneath. I'm going to remove the lid and use some popsicle sticks so I can glue the lid to the bottom piece. Now I'm using the popsicle sticks because there is like a dent or space and this needs more surface. So I'm using some hot glue to glue these. To glue the plate, I'm using a combination of E6000 and some hot glue. I painted this white and I was going to add something on it, but I didn't like how it turned out once I painted this. I spray painted this and it looked horrible. So to cover that up, I'm using some Dollar Tree nautical rope. Now Dollar Tree carries two different ones. They carry the regular nautical rope and this one that is a cream color. So I took this apart, so like that I can only use one of them, and I actually ended up using not even one, I think 2 strands of these. I'm not sure, but I didn't use the whole thing. Now I'm just going to start gluing it all the way around until I get almost halfway. Once I am halfway there, I'm going to add some of the regular nautical one. Here you can see how horrible the paint job I did. I think was because I spray painted it one time. It looked fine, but then I was like, no, it needs more. So then I start adding. So I messed up the whole thing. I did a little bit using this nautical rope. Then I went ahead and finished it using the white one. Next thing I will be doing is making a tag for this planter. Now for the little wooden circle, I used some that I got from Walmart and I painted using the same stain I've been using. I then went ahead and printed out Love Grows Here using the Cricut machine, and I will have all the links to all the designs I used down in the description box in case you want to check them out. Once I had that, I then transfer it to the little wooden circle. I then went ahead and made a hole using my drill so I can add a piece of string. The next thing I did was glue this to the planter, and I glued it on the inside so like that it can be hanging on the outside. I'm going to use some Dollar Tree foam and rocks. I started by adding the foam inside the planter. Then I added these beautiful palm leaves that I got from Walmart. I got these for 50 cents last year. They weren't on clearance, but they still carry them. I recently seen them. They are only 97 cents. So I did cut them individually so like that I can spread them all around. Once I had just spread them wherever I wanted them to go, I then added the rocks. And that is it for this beautiful planter. I think it turned out beautiful. And that is it, guys. This summer home decor DIYs. I think they all turn out beautiful. Let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. And I really hope you guys liked them. So please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.